Early Saturday evening. Great night for baseball. We're celebrating 75 years of baseball in our Washington Nationals, the opposition, and the San Diego Padres. And good evening, everyone, along with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg. They've had the ceremonies down below honoring some of the Padres of the PCL in the 1950s. It gives you shivers, the names. You remember what they did and how important they were to the city as minor leaguers, and that includes Ted Williams on his way to the Boston Red Sox, and we'll get more of that later. Well, tonight, the Padres got to find a way to shut down Michael Morse. This 29-year-old first baseman, outfielder, he came up as a shortstop, is on fire.
All 6'5" of him, and he is a presence when he's in the batter's box. And quite frankly, he's a guy who's in scoring position in the batter's box. A fastball that wasn't down enough on the inner half, he put it in the upper deck. This guy's career on-base percentage at the big leagues, .353, and with the Nationals, he's finally getting a chance to put up numbers like this. Since May 1st, he's swinging a hot bat.
Well, he was recruited out of Fort Lauderdale and then signed by Seattle as a shortstop. He said, then I was 6'4" and about 180 pounds. Now he's 6'6" and 223. And remember the name Eckstein, David Eckstein? Well, Rick Eckstein, the older brother of David, is the hitting coach for the Nationals. And he said, he's the one who helped me become a home run hitter, get my hands away from my body. You noticed that stance last night.
Absolutely, and he is a threat, and he puts the fear of God into the pitchers out there. 15 home runs last year for Michael Morse. He's got 10 this year, so he could be on a pace of 20, 30 home run guy for the Nationals, especially in that ballpark in Washington.
And with the home run last night, he's hit 8 in the last 18 games, so he indeed is red hot. Let's look at our starting pitching matchup tonight. John Lannon, he allowed only 2 hits through 7 2/3 innings in the game at Washington when he dueled Clayton Richard, who allowed only 3 hits, but one of those was a home run by Danny Espinosa. Poor Clayton Richard, he's 0-4 at Petco, and his ERA is just over 2 runs per game. Let's see what happens tonight. Should be a great pitcher's duel, and the matchup is brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. 1936, Washington wearing the old Senator uniforms and the Padres the PCL unis. The 5th anniversary celebration game. John Lannon, 26 years of age, a left-hander from Chaminade, New York, and Siena College. Look at the Washington 36 uniforms. Nothing scripted on the front, just the big W on the left sleeve.
Love
Terrific.
that.
And how about the Padres? Field of dreams looked as we get ready. Clayton Richard looks like he came right out of the cornfield. Padres starting pitcher profile brought to you by your San Diego County Cadillac dealers. Stop in today for an attractive lease or purchase offer.
I love the socks. I love the whole get-up. The baggy look kind of gives it that old look feel. That's a good-looking uniform right there. No logo on the hat, just a straight, dark navy hat.
And the pants up around the calves, not down in the spikes where you're almost tripping over them. Yeah, we're ready to go. Let's move to 2011. Dressed up in 1936 baseball clothing. And look who's leading off. Jason Worth, the first time he's led off for the Nationals all season. He has, on occasion, in fact, in his career, batted in the first spot, and he takes a strike. Called by Laz Diaz behind the plate. Manager Jim Riggleman shaking up his lineup, even has his pitcher hitting 8th today, trying to get something going. The Nationals are last in the National League in team batting. Talked with Jason before the game. He said, yeah, I actually campaigned to hit first. You got to put me somewhere in the lineup. I like leading off. And he said that last year with the Phils, when they played Milwaukee, Corey Hart was the leadoff hitter for the Brewers. And he said, we set a major league record. I'm 6'5", he's 6'6", the two tallest leadoff hitters in baseball history. Richard falls behind, 3-1.
Well, Worth does take a lot of pitches. One of the top guys for seeing pitches for 67 on base.
And he rips that one to Headley. Hello. Chase Headley. What a reaction stab, and takes a double away from Jason Worth. Worth was only 1.5 steps out of the batter's box when he heard the smack in Headley's glove.
Well, I couldn't tell you. I'll be honest with you, folks. I don't know who played third base for the 1936 PCL Padres, but whoever it was, wherever they are, they got a big smile on their face right now. Dirtying up the old look uni. Nicely done, Chase Headley.
What an opening volley here as Headley steals a double. That brings up Ian Desmond, batting .234. And against Clayton Richard, 9 times he's faced the Padre left-hander. He's got 3 hits in the 9 at-bats, but 2 of them home runs. 1-1. Danny Espinosa on deck.
Dick, look at these socks Ian Desmond's sporting. He's got the true stirrups with the red sandies underneath.
Ground ball, that's going to go through into left field for a base hit. Oh, Desmond spanks a single. 1 out. Danny Espinosa steps up, and here is the Washington lineup brought to you by the Prize Patrol, presented by Jerome's Furniture. Text winning 269-411 to enter. Whole new look lineup. Espinosa third. Morse stays in the cleanup spot. Catcher Wilson Ramos fifth. Jerry Hairston, the ex-Padre, bats 6th. Rick Ankiel, who led off last night, is hitting 7th. John Lannon, the pitcher, in the 8th spot. And Brian Bixler, a late entry in the lineup, bats 9th. Roger Bernardina was scheduled to hit 9th today, but came up with a muscle pull. And so Bixler, just 30 minutes ago, inserted into the lineup. Espinosa homered off Richard. That was the only run scored by Washington against Clayton in D.C. Clayton worked 7 innings, allowed only 3 hits and 1 the home run. And then Lannon, his opponent tonight, went 7 2/3, no runs and 2 hits. We'll see tonight. Line drive left field. Ludwig charges and he can't get it. It goes through to the wall. And here comes Worth around second to third. He's being waved in and he will score all the way from first base. And the Nationals lead 1-0. Desmond coming all the way around to score. Oh my. So a gamble by Ludwig trying to make the shoestring catch. Didn't want to play it on a hop, and it winds up being not a single, but a double and an RBI.
You are absolutely right. That is a gamble. And why? Just because it's very catchable ball. Very catchable. And it skims off the thumb of the glove of Ryan Ludwig. And that's what you take that chance. Worst case scenario, if you don't catch it, you want to try to catch it off the glove, off the chest, keep it in front of you. But that's not the case. A break for the 1936 Nationals.
Washington, the first three men to bat against Clayton Richard, had pounded the ball. Worth with a line drive out. Desmond, a ground ball sharply to left. And Espinosa, that skidding line drive to left. And here's Michael Morse. He of 8 home runs in the last 18 games. Talked with him before the game. He's 29 years of age. I said, how come so late that this all happened for you? When he was with Seattle in 4 different seasons, he had 300 at bats and hit 3 home runs in 300 at bats. There goes the runner to third, the throw, and it's not in time. Espinosa steals third with 1 out, and that's the time to try it. His 6th stolen base of the year. Well, Riggleman has shown in Washington and in the series here, he has his guys running aggressively.
And sometimes Clayton Richard works so quickly that sometimes he will one-look that runner at second base. He may have one-looked him. Good footwork by Hundley. The throw maybe a little bit on the foul side of the bag, but he just gets his hand there in time. Espinosa.
That was stolen off the pitcher. Too big a lead. So the count 2-0 to Morse, and he takes a strike. Wilson Ramos, the catcher, on deck.
Clayton's got to vary those moves, especially with the runner on second base. Come set, look at the plate, look at the runner, maybe 2 times, 3 times. Mix it up a little bit.
Infield comes in. 2-2 now, the count. Morris said that I was born to be a baseball player. My mother and father would take me to the park every day. My mother threw batting practice to me until I was in high school. And then my dad took over, and my mother would shag flies. Now, that's a family that loves the game. See how his hand's well away from the body. That was the change that Eckstein, the hitting coach, made. And he said, I'm getting more and more exaggerated because it feels so good.
Well, you figure a guy who is 6'5", generate that power. You know, the more extension you have, the more power you're going to create. There's Rick Eckstein.
Older brother of David. And the count remains full to Mike Morse. So here's a guy that shortstop and played a little outfield with Seattle. Never really got a chance to be a regular. Only 3 home runs. Didn't indicate that he has this kind of power. Gets traded 2 years ago to Washington and has blossomed as a legitimate big-time power hitter. Swung out and missed. So there's the first strikeout for Richard, and that's the time to get one with a man at third and 1 out. Morse goes down swinging.
Clayton, looking at the scouting report, we've seen it in this series. Michael Morse will chase that fastball up and away. And he is behind that one. Barreled the bat over home plate and the ball by him. That was at 92.
Brings up right-handed hitting catcher Wilson Ramos. He homered in the first game of the series. 9th inning as a pinch hitter. And he grounds one back through the middle by Richard, and the Nationals score their second run as Espinosa walks in. 2-0 to the visitors, and Ramos now has his 19th RBI of the season. Padres defense brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. Call 1-800-NEW-TIRE. Headley and Bartlett, Forsyth, Rizzo around the horn, Ludwig, Denorfia, Hop left to right in the outfield, and Nick Hundley behind the plate. Richard on the mound. So the Nationals already have matched the hit total of the first game when Clayton went 7 full innings, and they've scored 1 more run than his outing in the nation's capital. Jerry Hairston moves into the on-deck circle. Check that. This is Hairston as he bats after Ramos, and Keel in the on-deck circle. I was going to say, Hairston didn't suddenly become a left-handed hitter. Jerry, always a tough bat. At bat, he fouls off a lot of pitches. He's behind on the count, 2 strikes. Two runs in, 2 outs. That one to right field. Brad Hopp easing in. And Hairston is out. But the Nationals get a quick lead. 2 runs on 3 hits and a line out Headley saving another base hit. And here come the Padres in their half of the first. Here, tall left-hander, 26 years of age, and his profile brought to you by Bank of America, setting opportunity in motion. San Diego to help our community and economy. Lannon, his pitching delivery somewhat unique. It's almost like the student next door to you when you want a little help on a test, how he kind of hid his answers from you.
Right.
Well, as he sets up the pitch, kind of like he's hiding everything from the batter.
He's hiding that fastball, that changeup grip, that slider and curveball grip. But 91-92 for John Lannon.
Denorfia leads it off and takes strike one. Leading Padre batter, 307 on the year. Up the middle, but to the right goes Espinosa near the bag to throw out Denorfia. One away, and the Padres lineup presented by Ashford University's Homers for Heroes. If any Padre in tomorrow's lineup hits a home run, Ashford will donate $2,500 to Operation Homefront. Denorfia, Bartlett, Headley, Ludwig cleanup, then Rizzo the rookie, Hundley bats sixth, Hop in the seventh spot. Rookie Logan Forsythe hits eighth, and then Clayton Richard. Jason Bartlett fouls it out of play.
Hey, Dick, remember that game in Washington? Remember we were talking about all the ground balls and how the Padres were trying to pull everything off of Lannon, remember? And let's see if they take a different approach tonight.
Line drive into the glove of Desmond at short. The turnabout is fair play. Headley took a base hit away from Worth, and good action by Desmond to snare Bartlett's bid for a base knock.
And there are times when you've got a soft tosser and you spin on a ball. That was middle away. A good-looking swing by Bartlett. Just happened to be Ian Desmond there in the right spot.
Chase Headley, 273 average, 271 as a right-handed hitter, and he takes strike one. Well, these uniforms with the pinstripe and the numbers, the way they're configured on the back, they look so much like the Yankee uniforms, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
This could be Mickey Mantle up there, a switch hitter, number 7 on the back of Headley. And a soft roller to second. Espinosa has plenty of time, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning, and this is the John Lennon that we saw handcuff the Padres through almost 8 innings on a 2-hitter a couple of weeks ago. Rick Ankiel leads off the second for Washington. 207 average. And then John Lannon, the pitcher, in the 8th spot. And Brian Bixler, the left fielder, bats 9th. Talked with Jim Riggleman about it. It's the first time he's moved his lineup in this order. Hitting a pitcher not 9th, but 8th. He's just trying to shake things up. We got to get some runs. Well, it's worked so far. A couple of runs in the first inning. And he said the one thing you have to be careful of is you don't want to hurt feelings. You know, whoever's hitting 9th, and you put the pitcher in front of them, you don't want them to think, well, you think the pitcher's a better hitter. It's just a matter of that 9th hitter. Then if he gets on, then you go to the top of the order, and Jason Worth and the good hitters have a chance to
drive him in.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh, shattered bat, soft roller to second. Forsythe takes care of business, 1 away. Boy, that bat exploding.
I think something we can look forward to seeing tonight from Clayton Richard is to give his breaking ball a chance. And what I mean by that is when he's ahead in the count, he saws Ankiel off here with a fastball in, and that's a good sign, getting it in there. But to throw the breaking ball for a strike when he's ahead in the count, too many times I think we see the pitchers wasted in the dirt, right? And if you look back last inning, Jerry Hairston, he had him 0-2. He threw him a breaking ball for a strike down in the zone. He popped out to right.
Here is Lannon, the pitcher, who is 0 for 23.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Give the breaking ball a chance in the zone. You can have some success with that and still get guys out.
2-1. Nick Conley saying, hey, it's the pitcher up here. It's not the number 8 hitter, the usual. Giveaway caps today. Chop back to the mound. Clayton with an easy play. 2 quick outs here in the Washington second. And now Brian Bixler. First time we've seen him in the series. He's 28 years of age. Went to Eastern Michigan. Draft pick of the Pirates back in 2004 in the second round. Hasn't had a lot of major league at bats. And this year is hitting 120, 3 for 25, and in his career only 152 at bats, hitting 178. Late again. 91 on the fastball.
Eastern Michigan, huh? Bob Welch went there, didn't he? The
yes,
right-hander?
he did. Yes, he did. They used to be the Hurons. Now they're the Eagles. They were the Hurons when they were the rival of the Central Michigan Chippewas. The Huron River and the Huron tribe was down there.
Right.
And we had the Chippewas up in Central Michigan.
Love Chippewa talk. Hey, give us a call. Chippewa talk here.
And we had the Chippewa River.
Yeah.
And as students, you know, when it got to be spring, you'd get the blankets and you'd go out and they'd have a little keg and you'd go out to the, they called it chip parties. Oh, to reminisce. Up high, 1-2.
Let's see if Clayton throws that breaking ball here, 1-2 to Bixler. As you mentioned, Dick, doesn't have a lot of big numbers, only hitting 120, but that doesn't mean much. He can still get a hit.
Pops him up, out of play.
Challenging him with a fastball.
Yeah, we had some bright sunshine during batting practice, but the marine layer floating in. One and two. That one slider inside. 2-2. Nationals trying to square away this road trip. They're 4-5 after trips to Arizona and San Francisco. Now San Diego, splitting the first two. Yes, you see these Washington uniforms and you think about Camilo Pascual, Harmon Killebrew, Roy Sievers. Fouled back. Even Wayne Terwilliger.
Really? Wasn't he a coach with the Twins later on in his career? Yeah, I remember him. Sure.
You can't forget names like Terwilliger
Exactly.
and Killebrew.
Yeah.
Played at the old Griffith Stadium. 2-2. About as long as Richard will ever take between pitches. So Bixler backs off. Line drive, base hit. So here's a 120 hitter greeting Richard with a solid single. And this is exactly what Jim Riggleman, the skipper of the Nationals, wanted, to get that ninth man in the order a hitter, so that now you go to the top of the order and you got Jason Worth, normally in the third spot, with a man on base.
And like I said earlier, a guy comes up there with a bat in his hand, he is a threat. You can't look at the average. You can't look at the 120 average. Bixler battled. He got a fastball up and away and sent it right back up the box towards Clayton Richard for the base hit.
Bixler has tried to steal only once, unsuccessfully. Worth hit that bullet to third, aim for the left field corner that Headley stabbed start the game, and he grounds this one right to Rizzo. He's able to bat it down and get the unassisted out at first base. So no runs, a hit. Man left for the Nationals. Coming up the middle of the Padre order, Ludwig, Rizzo, and Hundley. This for a double treat. The Padres and the Braves on Saturday night, the 25th, 2 weeks from tonight, and the first 25,000 of you will receive the free Padres beach towel. It was a very popular item a year ago. It's presented by San Diego County Toyota dealers. Don't wait to get your tickets tonight at Padres.com.
Love the beach towel. I've loved the beach towel ever since I got traded to the Padres. I still have my 1987 beach towel giveaway at home. It's kind of beat up, but I still have it.
Still got it.
Still got it.
Got a whole collection you have every year?
Whole collection every year. Wow. Hang them out in the front yard. I'm from East County, Dick.
Yes,
Come on.
Some linen closet, huh? Ludwig. Foul tips, 1-1. Ryan, as we've documented the last month, has been such a consistent hitter. Not always the home runs, but playing to the Petco dimensions. Hitting .373 the last 31 games. Throwing in 4 home runs and 23 RBI, so he's raised his average from 181 on May 10th up to 266. High strike.
You know, even Ryan's body language at the plate, since he's been swinging the bat extremely well, just reflects that he is in a groove. Seeing the ball well. Didn't like that last call from Laz Diaz. Getting a good rhythm going. Fighting off good pitches.
Ludwig and Rizzo on deck, and Hundley. 2-0 Nationals here in the last of the second. Giants were clobbered today by the Reds 10-2. Right back to Lennon. comebacker and one away. Here's the Nationals defense, brought to you by North County GMC, a Southern California tradition for over 20 years. Hairston and Desmond on the left side, Espinosa at second, Morse the first baseman, Bixler and Keel and Worth in the outfield, Ramos behind the plate, and Lannon, the lefty, on the mound. So with the 4 outs recorded, first 4 men he's faced today, Lannon is. Rizzo gets into one. It's high, it's long, and Rizzo touches the ball. First major league home run for Anthony Rizzo. That's the kind of damage he was doing in the PCL.
First pitch, down and in. John Lannon wanted it down and away, and look at the extension. We saw all the footage from Tucson. It's good to see him do that here in San Diego. Congratulations, kid. Nobody beats the Riz.
And the next man up is Hundley. He hits one to deep right center, but over to collect it is Ann Keel for the second out.
Well, having to deal with the media the first day in the big leagues, his major league debut, and to get that first hit, a triple. Now to get that round tripper on the back of his baseball card. That is some kind of nice for Anthony Rizzo.
First couple of games, walked 4 times and hit by a pitch, so he only had 3 official at-bats coming into today's game.
Yeah, how about in the short time he's been here, the on-base percentage? This kid gets on base.
Yes, he does. So 2-1 is the Washington lead. 2 out, and Brad Hopp, the batter, takes a strike. A fastball at 90. It was interesting in the first inning when DeNorfia came up to bat. It was almost as if Rizzo couldn't wait. He was out of the dugout taking practice swings, even though he was the 5th man to hit.
Right.
Well, that fan has the ball.
We're going to have to wait.
Rizzo hit, and she could bargain now.
Yeah.
Because that one's going to go back to Rizzo eventually.
And we just heard, I just received word that girl has hired Scott Boras as her agent before she gives up that baseball.
And if they'll trade the Diamond View Towers for that ball, the deal's been made. Whoa, up and in the count. Goes to 3-1 on Hop. Mom and dad, brother, family, friends of the Rizzos.
That's great.
Nice that they could be here for all of this.
Yep.
Line to left. Will it stay fair? Just foul. Just foul by a foot. Here's the reaction as Rizzo rounds the bases.
Is that an Anthony Rizzo? That's a Rizzo t-shirt already being made right there. 27 Rizzo. Nicely done. That's great.
What is there not to like about this young kid? Saying all the right things and doing all the right things. 3-2 to Hop. Line to right field foul. So he misses a double to left. That one was about 15 feet foul to the right. You know, I really like what Rizzo had to say after the game last night. You know, striking out, bases loaded, 2 tough pitches. The bottom fell out of them. And he said, you know, those were tough pitches. A lot of guys would strike out on that. But I can't wait for my next chance. You know, he's already, hey, push that. That's history. And here's his next chance, a home run. 3-2 again. Inside, ball 4. First walk by Lannon. Now the Padres, thanks to Rizzo, already have more runs off Lannon than they did in 7 2/3 at Washington. He was an 11th round pick by the Nationals 6 years ago. He was the first pitcher drafted by Washington to make it to the big leagues and was 8-8 last year. Logan Forsythe, 7 hits in 42 at bats. That comes out to 167. Takes low. Looking for his first major league home run.
There's that changeup.
Forsythe doesn't bite. 2-0. Clayton Richard on deck. In there, fastball, 91. Hop at first, 2 out. A run in on the home run by Rizzo. And the count goes to 3-1.
Oh, what a good eye by Logan. Seeing the ball well, laying off the changeup, laying off the slop. Remember, that's what Landon was getting these guys out on. You mentioned it, Dick. A lot of grounders, a lot of weak grounders. Now the count in his favor. Fastball count. Let's see if he gets one.
No, he gets a changeup.
Yep, that's pitching right there.
So full count, Forsythe. That'll get Hop off running with this next pitch. Out of play.
You know, the old adage for a pitcher, especially Landon's type of pitching, if he throws it 3-1 to go 3-2, why not throw it again? He has softened him up a few times here. It's a good spot maybe for a fastball in the inner half of the plate. So many things he can do here.
Fly ball left field, hit pretty well, but Bixler has room. Edge of the warning path for the out. So the Padres gone in the second, but the first major league blast by Anthony Rizzo has cut the lead to 2-1. The first of hopefully many more for Rizzo. Washington leads, top of the third. Ian Desmond leads off, ground ball to the right side, and there's Forsythe to close the hole. 1 pitch, 1 out. As we welcome to our Channel 4 San Diego booth, old friend, captain comeback with the Colts, Jim Harbaugh, now the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Kind of an anxious time, though, for a new coach and doesn't have a team yet.
Yeah, they're throwing a myriad of obstacles at us, but that keeps us on our toes.
And, of course, head coach and brought football fame to our wonderful university here, the University of San Diego. I know there's a soft spot in your heart for USD.
Equal vivid memories of playing professional football here for the Chargers and coaching the Toreros at USD. I always thought I saw this young man on the football field.
Clayton Richard, that's right. Another University of Michigan quarterback.
Yeah. Lefty out of Lafayette, Indiana. Remember when he was recruited?
McCutcheon High School. He was all everything, wasn't he? He was the
tremendous
Indiana
athlete.
Football Player of the Year and Indiana Baseball Player of the Year. That ball driven deep down the right field line and slicing beyond the pole.
Well, what a great run at Stanford, though, Jim. I mean, my goodness, the program, education-wise, great players, Andrew Luck.
Yeah, it was. It brings a joy, to my heart to think about it, and it's just a model of the way it should be done there. Academics first, above everything else, and then the youngsters, of course, compete tenaciously on the athletic fields. And Andrew Luck is pretty much the epitome of that. And professional type of quarterback that's still playing college football, chose to come back for another year. It's a wonderful story, and I really I'm still part of the family there, and be rooting for him this year.
That ball skips in 1-2. Now he's 1 in 100. He would have been arguably the #1 draft pick, and elected to stay at Stanford for his senior year. It's kind of old school to say, I want to complete my collegiate experience. It's not a bad deal being on a beautiful campus and learning things.
It isn't, and getting an architectural degree from the world's finest university, not a bad deal for Andrew.
Denorfia runs that line drive down for the second out. Espinoza hit it well, and here comes Michael Morse, their home run man.
Well, Jim, you've always been up for a challenge.
That's right.
Now taking over the 49ers.
We've got a good team and a good group of character guys. We haven't been with them all that often, but the time I spent with our guys, they're hungry to win. Got veteran players who've been there before, and a city that's ready for a sixth Lombardi Trophy. So that'll be the goal. That's what the standard's set at in San Francisco, and we'll attack it.
I'm sure that back in your younger days, you had a chance to be around Bill Walsh, who was the icon, 49er coach, and he had a chance to be a broadcast partner of the Genius.
Yes.
What a man.
Yes. He, in fact, we got to know each other while I was playing for the Bears, and that relationship continued. And he called me about the Stanford job and encouraged me to throw my hat into the ring. And then I went through the interviewing process, and he asked 90% of the questions, and I had a chance to spend 9 months with him before he passed away. He was in our building, and we'd go to lunch probably about 17 or 18 times. We'd take notes for a while, and then I bought one of those little cassette recorders, and he's a brilliant man, and his genius really was that he wanted to share what he knew with other people. He didn't hoard it or keep that knowledge to himself. He wanted that to go out, and his coaching tree is as big as there's ever been. And
that ball sends Hop to the warning path to make the catch. So there's the strength of Michael Morse. Just took a nice easy swing the opposite way and drives Hop right to the auxiliary scoreboard for the final out here in the third. 1-2-3 inning. Can you hang around for another half inning, or is Todd Anson going to take you back to Coronado
with
Island?
These seats, are you kidding me? I'm getting better than this.
We'll be right back. 2-1 Washington. Park, where you can enjoy fresh Mexican food and happy hour 7 days a week. By Permadontic, Southern California's premier dental implant center, and by your Southern California Porsche dealers. Visit them online at socal.porschedealer.com. Bottom of the third, 2-1 Washington. Clayton Richard leads off and takes it high. Well, you spent a couple of years in high school while your dad was coaching at Stanford in Palo Alto, and then you went to Ann Arbor. He coached there under Bo, didn't he?
He did. My dad coached in the 70s under Bo Schembechler, and then I went to high school right across the street in Ann Arbor Pioneer, and then he became the defensive coordinator at Stanford, and graduated from Pali High up in the Bay Area. And then
play baseball?
I did. Yeah, I was baseball, football, and basketball.
What was your position?
I was a pitcher and a shortstop.
Could you hit?
You know what? It's a long story. I won't bore you with it, but I was a .417 hitter, and then came up with the Charlie Lau theory. My dad brought the Charlie Lau theory of hitting home and got me doing that, and then I couldn't get the ball out of the infield. And I found out years later that the part of the Charlie Lau theory that I didn't get was the finish of the swing. I was just trying to chop down on the ball. So that wrecked my baseball career.
No Ken Brett, huh? High chopper by Richard. This is going to be a tough play. Can he beat it out? Not quite. Third baseman Jerry Hairston, able to catch that kangaroo hop and feed it over to first in time for the out. Well, what do you think about the strike? I know that's what fans and Charger fans watching here, they want to know. We're going to see some football.
Yeah, I choose to be optimistic, and I really think early July there's a chance that a deal's done. So that's kind of what I'm planning for.
Shorten the exhibition season. The preseason might be shortened a little bit.
If they can get it done, in July, get a deal done in July, then we'll go to. Right now, we're scheduled to go to training camp on July 28th. So if we can go to training camp on the 28th, we'll get the whole exhibition season in.
I know a lot of fans here in San Diego rooting for their own as Denorfia pops it up, and Morse comes down into foul territory. And there's two away. I know you haven't settled on your quarterback, but Alex Smith, of course, from here in San Diego.
Yeah, from Helix High School, and it's really, he's a neat guy. I'm really interested in him and just the character of Alex Smith. He's been maligned by the hometown fans there, and his family's had to read a lot of that on the internet, and he's really even been thrown under the bus by his own team more than once. And the kind of character of a guy that would want to come back, prove himself with that same football team, that's rare kind of character. Probably falls somewhere in the endangered and extinct range. So we can win with that.
Two outs here to Jason Bartlett. He lined to the shortstop, Desmond, who made a fine backhanded leaping catch.
Jim, I don't know the NFL schedule coming up this year, but do you hook horns with John in Baltimore?
We do. The NFL scheduled us on Thanksgiving night. So
Desmond won't catch that one as he drops a single into left field. Bartlett's aboard with two outs here in the third.
So the first pair of brothers to serve as head coaches in NFL history, and you guys are going to play against one another.
Yeah, we'll play each other Thanksgiving night. And, we got a lot of games between now and then. But
that's a nice Thanksgiving little get-together. I mean, it's a zero-sum game, right? Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose.
Yeah, we'll get together on the field. There won't be any turkey shared before the ball game.
Throw crab cakes at each other in Baltimore.
Yeah. We play the Chargers. Our last preseason game on September 1st is down here.
Headley up. Grounded to second. His first time. So the tying run with two outs carried by Bartlett there at first base. Well, you have many fans and friends around the country, and they'll be rooting for you as a rookie coach of the 49ers to have a super season.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Great to see you, Jim.
Great seeing you.
Thanks for coming by.
Jim, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you as always.
Jim Harbaugh, former star at Michigan, great NFL quarterback, and now the head coach of the 49ers. And, of course, along the way, his head coaching career beginning with the USD Torero. And that great success there led to the interest by a big university like Stanford. Headley, 1-1.
I would love to be in that locker room when Jim Harbaugh is addressing the troops. And he seems like the type of guy where you can run through a brick wall for this guy.
He and his brother John, at Baltimore. Yeah, they passionate locker room speeches. Ramos had thoughts about trying to pick off Bartlett, but dropped the ball.
I'm wondering if he got a piece of Laz Diaz's mask on the backswing there. Well, sometimes the catcher will come up out of that glove and hit the umpire and lose control of that baseball. Or it could have been on the transfer.
2 balls and a strike. Bartlett with his lead. On the outside edge. 92 on the fastball. This is the 4th start for Lannon here at Petco. He's won 1, lost 1, ERA right at 4. And full count at 3-2.
See, this is that one big hit the Padres need. We talked about it last night in the 1-run game. An extra base hit here. Jason Bartlett off and running with the pitch.
Ground ball to short, and Desmond will have to go the long way and gets Headley. And that's it for San Diego in the 3rd. No runs a hit. They leave 1. We've completed 3 at Petco, and the Nationals lead the Padres 2-1. Inning. Line score through 3. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Washington. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Padres. First ball swinging Wilson Ramos. He singled in the go-ahead run in the 1st with Espinosa at 3rd base after a double and a steal. 19th RBI for Ramos. This young catcher, a lot of talent. Good looking slider. Brought it in over the outside corner.
Kind of a looping slider. Kind of wrap the wrist a little bit more. Get a little bit of a break on that pitch. But good pitch for a strike.
Don't you love the understatement of these uniforms with nothing on the front of the jersey?
You know what? They're growing on me. I love the San Diego ones. And this Washington look is pretty cool as well.
I think the home uniforms. That's glove by Rizzo. Great play, and he's going to beat him to the bag. Well done, young man. That could have been a 2-bagger. Good reaction.
Absolutely. This ball down and away, taken that way, going to his left nicely. Hey, way to take the extra bases away, kid. And Clayton Richard over to the bag just in case.
So 1 quick out. Jerry Hairston flied to right his first at bat. You can just see he loves to play this game. And his attitude, that positive attitude, it seems like everything he does with a smile. Let's get it done. You can see that he's not Adrian Gonzalez over there. He's had a little trouble fielding a couple of balls, but he's ground ball to Headley, and that ball was smashed hard by Hairston, and there's 2 away on 2 hard outs. And remember, the last inning ended on 2 line drive outs. So Clayton Richard hardly fooling any of these Nationals, but he's directing their shots at gloves quickly. Here's tonight's trivia question, brought to you by AT Wireless. Who was the last major league team the PCL Padres were affiliated, with whom they were affiliated? First pitch, a bold strike to Rick Ankiel. So PCL Padres. Another ball hit well, but right at Forsythe. Little bobble and throws him out. So a quick inning for Clayton Richard, who now has retired 7 in a row. 8 pitches required to get the Nationals out in the 4th. 2-1. The 5th year of baseball here in San Diego, going back to the PCL days. And our AT Wireless trivia answer, the question first was who was the last major league team with whom the PCL Padres were affiliated, and the answer, they were affiliated with several, the Phillies. 1966 to 68, and then of course 69, the Padres joined the National League. They also had a working relationship starting in 1936 with the Red Sox, and of course Ted Williams and Bobby Doerr graduating to the big leagues from San Diego. The Indians for several years, the White Sox for 2 years, and the Reds for 4 years. Lane Field, San Diego, home of the PCL Padres. Ludwig hits one deep. If that stays fair, it's gone. It is foul.
He called it fair.
Now he calls it fair.
Wally Bell called it fair.
We may have a replay on this one. Ludwig circles the bases. For the moment, the game is tied. Wally Bell, who struggled behind the plate last night, said fair ball. He gave a double signal, and I'm not certain that he feels he made the right call. He's going to ask for help. Riggleman immediately jumped out of the dugout to protest the call.
You know, I think all the umpires having this league at little meeting, they might review this one.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah.
So they'll go to the instant replay. We'll look at it ourselves and slow it down and see where that ball landed out at the Western Metal Supply Company. Yeah, let's see.
You see it change direction.
Did it hit the foul pole? No, that's foul. Unless it hits it right there. Does it carry him off?
I think it's foul. Watch where it changes. See where it changes direction, right? There. That's a foul ball. See where it changes?
So you're saying it's changing directions because it was after the foul pole?
Okay, if you back it up. Okay, still in flight, still in flight, still in flight. There. That's where it changes direction.
Yeah,
it hits on the left side. And
it's about a foot foul.
Yeah.
So Ludwig will be coming back out with, instead of a home run, with a strike. Riggleman seems quite certain that they'll return to sender here. Well, let's go to our freeze cam again. It's brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Boy, that just almost brought yellow paint. I mean, that couldn't be any closer.
That's got to be, what, 3 inches tops? I mean, we're very far away from that camera shot, but still. And that gives us a good read because you can see the ball in flight and then that little tail on it as the ball hits the bricks and exits stage left.
So the wall there is angled
exactly
to the left, so it's not flush to the field. It angles to the left, so when it hit the wall, it caroms obviously down to the left.
Yep.
There is a mark on the wall.
Yeah,
right above that gentleman's head.
Yeah.
That's how close it was.
And if this guy's a Padre fan, he should be pointing on the other side in fair territory.
Come on.
Yeah. And if it was Jimmy Connors would go and erase that with his foot on the clay court.
So they're in the process of back for the review.
The guy was pointing on the yellow. Now, if it hits the yellow line, it's a fair ball where that gentleman is pointing, but that's not where it hit.
No, they're having some fun here. Now here comes the umpiring crew. The three of them that went back to take a look.
Foul ball. Now, does Buddy argue?
No, not after a review.
Yeah.
Hey, I applaud that, though. Get it right.
Sure, absolutely.
You want Ludwig to get the home run? Sure. But
totally agree with you.
If it's foul, it's foul.
Well, you can see where the stitches of the ball hit that beam.
Ludwig just misses home run number 9.
There it is.
That's exactly where it landed. Comes back with a 1 strike instead of 1 home run on his back.
And good job by Johnny Bruno, our low first in between home plate and the home dugout camera with that shot. Nicely done, Johnny.
And that one hit down the right field line, foul. Now this isn't you get to the networks and they have the luxury of having 10, 12, 15 cameras. You know, Tom Satursky, our director, he's got 7 terrific cameramen that do the work of 15. They don't miss a thing. Well done, gentlemen and ladies. 1-2 the count. Spoils that one, a sinker at 92. Yeah, that's why you have to do it in pencil. One ball, 2 strikes. And then he strikes out. First strikeout for Landon.
Slider down and in. All these hitters know that Landon spots the fastball. The changeup is pretty much his secondary pitch. They saw that in Washington, but he pulls the string on that one.
And here's Rizzo. Opened the scoring for the Padres in the second with a 1-out home run. His first big league home run. Yeah, the Rizzo jerseys are already in the crowd. Let's see how Landon pitches the young man. It's hard to believe that he's just 21. Let's go, new guy. We'll get to know you, too. Here it is, back in the second inning. Low and inside, and he golfs that one just over the auxiliary scoreboard to the delight of the Rizzo clan.
And Lannon is making darn sure that he's going to keep that ball away. If you notice that home run swing, Wilson Ramos was set up away. He didn't get it out there. It was down and in right in Anthony's wheelhouse, and he made him pay. Now you look at this sequence of pitches, now 1 and 2. He is forcing himself to keep that ball away. Wilson Ramos set up away here.
He's able to check.
I'm going to correct you. I mean, I'm not being, you said his home run swing. Now, Rizzo, double swing. Remember, he said.
Oh, that's right. He's trying for the double.
He's only swinging for doubles.
That's a good call. That's a good way to
but he's
look at it.
so strong off the fist, and he rolls that one to Desmond. And there's 2 away.
I think that's a good philosophy. When we talked about it yesterday, you brought it up. I think that's a good philosophy for any young hitter who has some power. Try to square it up, put a good swing on it, and believe me, they will go, and he has proven that. Thinking doubles, I like that. After the game as well, thinking doubles.
Saturday night, an early game.
Why not?
Have a little see-through tonight.
I love that term. A see-through.
Nick Hundley, fly to center, his first at bat. Starts Hundley with a curveball. And off speed, 86 on the changeup. Playing peekaboo over the glove as he gets his sign. Fastball runs inside, 2-1.
I love to watch lefties like Ted Lilly, John Lannon pitch. Well, Andy Pettit as well. Remember Andy Pettit used to look over the glove like that.
Yeah. Chop toward third, foul. Something about this Washington team that has excited Riggleman and the fans. Last year they were really careless of field. They made a lot of errors. In the first 64 games last year, they made 57 errors. This year, 33 in the same span of time. So really cut down on extra outs for the opposition. 2-2. Only taking his time settling in. And they played errorless ball here the first 2 games of this series. Ground ball. Another chance. Espinosa over to Morse. And after surviving the close call, Ludwig's blast to left that just missed being a home run. He retires the side in order.
Mid-game recap, 1936 style, brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Home remodeling with no upfront design fees. Visit murraylamper.com and click on Request a Quote to schedule an in-home consultation. Dick?
That was nice.
It was.
Producer Ed Barnes going to the black and white look here.
Love that.
Old-time day. John Lennon, the pitcher, hitting 8th. Count is 1-1 on him. Tap back to the mound, his first at bat, so he's 0 for 24 on the year.
Always doing a good job down there in the truck, everybody, but Bill Pettigrew and Tommy Knoll putting that together. And by the way, it's Bill Pettigrew's birthday. Happy birthday, Bill Pettigrew.
How old is Bill?
With as many birthdays as he's had, he's got to be, what, in his 70s now? 80s? No, I think Bill's early 40s. If I were a guessing guy.
Great. That's a great decade for a man. The 40s.
40, yeah. 43.
Well, happy number 43 to Bill. Hard at work on his birthday. No days off.
No.
Not in this game. Back with a new stick is the pitcher Lannon. And 1-2 the count. Bixler, the 9-hitter, on deck. Broken bat and another comebacker to Clayton Richard. Twice, Lannon hitting right back to the mound for an out, and here's Bixler. He singled his first time. Well, tomorrow, final game of this 4-game series and the final game of the homestand. Tim Stauffer. Zimmerman pitched very well in the series back in Washington. He's 4-6. Kid Sweatband Day and Military Sunday will be saluting the U.S. Army tomorrow here at Petco. Now the 36 home Washington uniforms were, of course, the home whites, and the W was on the left part of the chest.
Oh, okay.
That one fouled back toward us. Just a little shy.
One of these days.
Yeah. CEO Jeff Morad and Tom Garfinkel, president of the Padres, and then on the left, Jim Harbaugh. He knows how to circulate, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Telling him about that Charlie Lau swing, that technique. You got to follow through.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a big sports fan. I mean, he's obviously a great football coach, but he's a fan of baseball. He goes to a lot of the Giants games now. And when he came down here with his family for a long weekend, you know, on the agenda, we got to see a couple of ball games. Accommodated there in the owner's box. Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty. Dixler to be followed by Jason Worth. And another line drive base hit to center field. So here's a kid not playing much, hitting 120, 3 for 25, and he has slapped 2 solid singles to center field today.
And today, Roger Bernardina is the modern-day Wally Pipp. Brian Bixler, 2 knocks. Watch out, Roger.
You're going to get pipped.
Yeah.
Here's Wally Pipp, the Yankee first baseman. Take me out today. Got a headache. Here's your backup, Lou Gehrig. See ya, Wally. You're never going to start again on this club. 1 out, 1 on, and Worth lined to third. Great play made by Headley with a backhand stab, and he grounded to first. Nationals lead 2-1 here in the 5th. Starts him with a good strike.
You know, Jason Worth, you made note of it early, Dick, the first time he's led off this year. But the Washington Nationals struggling in the leadoff position. Hitters this year collectively a .267 on base percentage.
Not a .267 batting average. Right.
So
you add all the walks and the hits, and you still come up to .267.
You know, their average was .289, but the on base .267, the slugging percentage only .304. So Those are not good numbers.
So Worth moved up into the leadoff spot, much as Carlos Gonzalez hit leadoff when the Rockies were here. And I guess since he's gone back home, he's just getting hit after hit after hit. That has awakened his bat. Worth hoping the same. A little excuse me swing foul. Let's go back to the last play and that foul ball, and Rizzo with a great effort there almost snared that. Would have been a foul ball, but
I think Catalina down the right field line made a nice grab on that one hopper.
they got him? No, not quite. They had him leaning. Tag was a little late. He didn't read Bixler the move at all.
I think Rizzo's glove may have hit the ground first before he tries to apply the tag. Let's check it out. Catches the ball. Yeah, he drags down the ground a little bit. And Bixler gets back just in time.
Ground ball to second. Forsythe to Bartlett. Bartlett to Rizzo. Double play. 4-6-3, and that's it for the Nationals in the fifth inning. No runs a hit, no one left. Halfway mark in this one. 4.5 in the book. 2-1 Nationals.
Run inning presented by Harris Rincon Casino. If a grand slam has hit this inning, folks, the jackpot has gone up to $27,500. That could be yours if a grand slam has hit this inning. Enter at 4sd.com. Dick?
All right, here it goes. Brad Hopp, Logan Forsythe, Clayton Richard. In the bottom of the fifth inning, 2-1 Washington. Hopp walked his first at bat. Did a couple of angry fouls, but missed a double by just inches down the left field line and ripped one about 15 feet foul into the right field corner and then walked. Massages that one back through the middle. Leadoff single for Hopp. Tying run on with no one out, and Logan Forsythe comes up. Third Padre hit. Bartlett with a line single. And of course the home run by Rizzo. Forsythe due to come up with some hits. Struggling at 163 at the moment.
And Logan's got to have it in the back of his mind. What did Lannon do last time up? Remember, fastball counts, threw him changeups, pulled the string on him. That's got to be in the back of his mind.
Eventually then Forsythe flied to left.
2-0. Changeup. So the Padres, in their system, they're two outstanding young, a year ago, third baseman, James Darnell and Logan Forsythe, and they almost equal in ability, and drafted early, second, third rounds. Soft liner, and they'll get one, as Hoppe had to head back to first base because Espinosa may have been able to catch that dying soft line drive. So a fielder's choice for Forsythe. 4-6 on the putout, and that brings up Richard in a sacrifice situation to complete the story. So you got two good young third basemen, Darnell and Forsythe. So they elect Forsythe with his feet and all. They said, well, let's make him a second baseman. So he worked all last year playing second base and continues at second. Now Darnell is still playing third base at San Antonio, and he's hitting something like 365 with 12, 13 home runs. He's having a super year. Runner goes, and that ball bunted foul. Forsythe had a big enough break, he would have stolen the base.
Yeah. I can't stress enough how many times that we've said in a situation like this, Clayton's got to get that bunt down, get that runner over to second base with 2 outs, take a chance with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Darnell's hitting 361, 13 homers and 46 RBIs at San Antonio. Good bunt. Jerry Hairston to Morse for the out. Clayton Richard able to move the runner into scoring position with 2 outs, and that'll give Denorfia a chance to tie it up. Denorfia has grounded to second and fouled to first. Padres have their top average hitter up there with a chance to even the count. Curveball just around the plate, didn't quite catch the outside corner. Low, 2-0.
I know Boston's on the next road trip. They won big today, 16-4 over Toronto. They won their 8th straight. So the Red Sox playing well.
He doesn't give in and give him a fastball, a curveball in there, 2-1.
You know, Landon knows that Denorfia can spin on that fastball on the inside part of the plate. He's trying to soften him up here. And once again, pitching backwards, 2-0, curveball for a strike.
And then a changeup, 3-1. With Jason Bartlett on deck. Bartlett has hit the ball on a line both times. Lined out to the shortstop, a leaping backhand catch, and the line singled to left. 3 balls and a strike. Tying run at second. Checks a swing, and it's in there. Another changeup. Oh. It's almost as if the fastball is his changeup because he doesn't throw that as much as the off-speed pitch. Full count on Denorfia. And he went after ball 4. Curveball. Dodgers and Colorado tied at 1 in the top of the 6th. Arizona has a 9-5 lead in Miami against the Marlins. Top of the 9th. Cincinnati bombed San Francisco 10-2. Other NL West action. The winners today will gain a full game on San Francisco. And another ground ball right at the second baseman Espinosa. And no damage done in the 5th inning by the Padres. They leave a man after 5, 2-1 Washington. Desmond, Espinosa, and Morris for Washington. And Clayton Richard, since that first inning, settling down, has allowed only 2 hits since. But the Nationals got to him early and scored the 2 runs in the opening frame. That ball lined to deep center. Denorfia back to make the catch. Desmond. Boy, there have been a lot of line drive outs thrown up there by Richard today. Our comparison is brought to you by the San Diego Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. Clayton Richard's last 4 starts, he's allowed only 8 runs, an average of 2 runs a game. You ought to win some of those, but his run support totally lacking, only 2 runs in his behalf.
You're not going to win many games that way. And once again, I think it boils down to one big hit that can make the difference in those numbers.
First pitch strike to Espinosa, who doubled to left. That was the ball that Ludwig came in, tried to shoot, top it, and it went by him for a double. That led actually to a run, extra run. Ground ball to short, and Bartlett takes care of Espinosa. As Ludwig, if he plays it on one hop, and of course now it's going back if and what and if and not, but if he plays it on one hop, then there'll be runners at first and second, and Ramos' single would only score 1. But when the ball got by Ludwig, then Desmond was able to come all the way around from first to score, and Espinosa to second, where he came in on Ramos' single for the 2 runs and the difference in the game. 2-1.
Boy, what a weird practice swing Michael Morse does before he gets into the batter's box. Unlike his true swing.
Hits that one high and deep to right field. Hop back and has the out for another 1, 2, 3, 5 pitch inning for Clayton Richard. So he indeed has settled down. Got the atom ball going today. 2-1 Washington.
You can now save $5 on Padre tickets, $13.50 or more when you buy your tickets online at Padres.com. This offer won't be around forever, so don't wait. Get your tickets today and save. Where? At Padres.com. Dick?
Yeah, look ahead at the find your games, order them in advance, and get those discounts. Next homestand, middle of July. Well, actually, late here in the month of June, Atlanta for 3 and Kansas City for 3. That young Kansas City team, really some interesting players there. Last of the 6, Bartlett leads off. First time up, sent a ball toward left field on a line, but shortstop Desmond able to leap to the backhand side and take the hit away, and then he singled to left the last time. Squares and takes ball 1-1. Headley, then Ludwig. Anyone gets on. Rizzo comes up here in the 6th. Anthony Rizzo with his first big league home run, the only run up on the board today. Bartlett hits this one to left field, but not that hard, and over to left fielder Bixler makes the catch. Didn't quite get the sweet spot, Bartlett. Headley has grounded out twice, the second and the short.
You know, I think before the game when they took the field, I love the uniforms. And I want to correct myself. I thought those caps that the Padres are wearing, I thought there was a dark navy blue, but I believe those are black hats. I think that's a straight black hat.
Yeah, I think the uniforms were black, and they did have some red piping.
Oh, okay.
The previous year. They've got one in the showcase here at Petco Park. Another ground ball right to Desmond. And the infield playing flawlessly behind John Lannon, giving everyone a chance to field a ground ball. Tim Stauffer hoping there'll be some support tomorrow. And there's the hats.
Yeah. He looks like he can umpire a high school game. That's what the umpires wear, you know?
Umpires spit too.
Yeah, there's an umpire's hat with the MLB logo on it.
Ryan Ludwig just missed his 9th home run of the year last time up. It required review by the umpires. Missed by about 6 inches. But Landon, as he did in Washington, getting the Padres to hit one ground ball after another, and has limited San Diego to just 3 hits. So 7 2/3 plus 5 2/3. 13 1/3 innings, 1 run, the home run by Rizzo today, and 5 hits is all. That's another base hit as Ludwig continues to hit line drives. So the tying run on with 2 outs, and here's Rizzo, homered into the right field seats and grounded to short.
Now let's see if Anthony makes an adjustment here, because remember, the home run missed inside, supposed to be away. Lannon pitched him away last time up. Let's see if Anthony looks away and takes him that way.
Check swing, and he goes around, says third base umpire Wally Bell. Let's see.
Oh, absolutely.
Just exactly like Morse last night, and they said he didn't go around. That was Laz Diaz making the call at first base last night, and then Morse hit the 2-run homer, and that was the game. That's a fair ball by first base. Ludwig with 2 outs, running all the way, digging it out of the corner is Worth. Ludwig turns, and he will hold on a double by Rizzo. They may not want to go home. Set up camp here in San Diego, the Rizzos. Watch out, Little Italy. They're in town.
Well, the short time that Anthony Rizzo has been in a big league uniform, he is a single shy of the cycle. Well, he's smoked. And once again, Landon tries to come inside on him, and he spins on it. He likes that hard stuff on the inside part of the plate.
Think double, get double.
Yes.
Pitching coach Steve McCaddy out to the mound. No one throwing in the bullpen, so Here's a crucial spot in this game where the Padres down 2-1, 2 outs. They've got runners at second and third. Ludwig with his line single, and Rizzo sending that low laser shot past Morse's glove down the right field line. Morse got just a piece of it to slow it down. So a triple on opening night. And yesterday, a couple of walks. And today, the home run and the double. You're right, a single shy of the cycle in his first series.
Right.
Well, Hundley in a prime spot, a chance to give the Padres the lead. He's flied out and grounded to second. Ball one. So since being activated for the Wednesday afternoon game, Nick is 1 for 10.
That's a good clean look right there. That number 4 on those pinstripes. That's awesome.
That's the Lou Gehrig number.
Yeah.
So first base empty, and perhaps that was the discussion pitching coach McCaddy with Lannon. We got first base open, and now they're going to intentionally walk Hundley. Well, the base is loaded. They'd rather pitch to Brad Hopp, who has walked and singled, but it is left-hander against left-hander. Only the second walk from Lannon. So a Padre at every pillow. All of this happening after 2 outs, after Bartlett flied to left and Headley grounded to short. Ludwig, solid single to straightaway center. Rizzo with that bullet up the right field line for a double. And now Hundley fills the void at first base. Yeah, a lot of company there. No matter what your birthday is, how about a win? So Hopp now in the driver's seat. Whoa, almost clipped him. Thought for a moment that nicked his uniform.
Yeah.
That would have been a run. Let's see how close that was.
I think Lannon may have just overthrown that pitch a little bit. Sometimes if a pitcher, not all the time, but sometimes if you want it down and away, lefty on lefty, you force yourself, you really want to get it out there, and you just kind of overthrow it a little bit, it will leak. And I think that may have been the case with Lannon on that first pitch.
Soft roller up the middle. Espinosa. And the inning is over. So just like last night when the Padres had the first 2 men on in the 5th and couldn't score. Then they had the bases loaded with 1 out with a run in. Couldn't score more. It remains 2-1. Night in Padres baseball is brought to you by Subway.
Come on in. Subway's Orchard Chicken Salad Sandwich featuring tender chicken, apples, and cranberries. Lots of flavor, and all with less than 8 grams of fat. Get it before it's gone. Subway. Eat fresh. Clayton Richard staggered at the start. Line out by Worth and a single by Desmond to left. A double Espinosa off the glove of Ludwig in left field all the way to the wall. Run scored, and then Ramos followed with a 2-out single for the 2 runs. And it's held up so far. Ramos, along with the RBI single, a hit taken away on a good play by Rizzo at first base as Ramos went the other way, and nice backhanded stop by Rizzo to field it cleanly and get him at first base. 2 strikes.
Well, Clayton's doing a fine job as far as pitch count. 82 as compared to last time out. 7 innings. He threw 110.
One ball, 2 strikes.
So if he can complete this inning right around 90-ish, 92, 94, there's the breakdown.
Yeah, Padres have some pitching problems. We'll relate that to you in a moment. 2-2. Dustin Mosley's turn in the rotation is Monday, the opener in Colorado, and he's sore, that left shoulder that was partially dislocated. Don't know whether he can pitch, and now Aaron Harang has a bad foot. Headley across to Rizzo. 1 away as Ramos is retired, and Harang, who struggled through and really pitched a valiant game because we didn't know he was hurting.
Right.
So if he can't start on Tuesday, his regular turn, Padres got to find a pitcher for Monday and Tuesday in Colorado. Now Wade LeBlanc is the obvious answer. They'd call him up from Tucson, but they may have to bring up even a second pitcher.
Have to DL somebody.
Ball 1 to Jerry Hairston, who is flying to right and grounded to third base.
Or send somebody down to take place for that spot.
Fly ball right center. Denorfia, watch out, Hop there as well. And Denorfia makes the catch as Hop bails away. Well, coming up, the San Diego Hyundai Dealer 7th inning stretch. Get more MPG, more value, double the warranties. So shop online at SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. 2 quick outs here in the 7th. Rick Ankiel up twice. 2 ground balls to Forsythe at second base. Broken bat ground ball to short. Bartlett to Rizzo. Another quick inning for Richard. He's gone through 7 innings and thrown only 89 pitches. Stretch half of the 7th at Petco with the Nationals leading 2-1, and the Friar going to help out. Bobby Freeman at the organ. Take me out to Petco. Baseball brought to you by California Coast Credit Union. Auto loan rates as low as 2.98% for 72 months. Call them today at 877-495-1600. Last of the seventh. Bottom end of the Padre order, Logan Forsythe and the pitcher's spot. We'll see whether or not Bud Black goes to a pinch hitter. Chad Qualls is warming up in the bullpen, and then Denorfia. Strike on the outside corner. Tailing fastball away from the right-handed hitter, who has flied to left and grounded into a fielder's choice. There's Qualls. $25,027 here at Petco tonight. Hope to see you out here tomorrow. Stauffer against the Nationals' Jordan Zimmerman. Kid Sweatband Day, and we'll salute the military and particularly the U.S. Army Day tomorrow. 1 o'clock game. That one a pop fly shallow and right down toward the bullpen. Worth is there to make the catch. So Forsythe 0 for 3. Our Skycam shot brought to you by Mossy Ford, Mossy Toyota. Visit us in Pacific Beach or online at mossy.com.
But even a cloudy day at the ball yard is a good day here in America's finest city. Is it not, Mr. Enberg?
It is beautiful. Yeah. And soon we'll get through this June gloom part of our season, and we'll have that bright sunshine that we all enjoy. Tourists especially. Jorge Cantu would like to make some amends for some lost opportunities last night. Cantu was presented with 3 at-bats where he had a chance to drive in a run, hit into a couple of double plays, and grounded to third. He had the bases loaded in the 6th inning and a run in, the only run that scored for San Diego, and he grounded out, and then in 2 other innings bounced into double plays. And he falls quickly down on the count 1 and 2.
Well, Clayton Richards sure found a groove, didn't he? I mean, there were some balls hit right at people, but hey, that's baseball, right? Adam balls are outs. Hang with them. He did a fine job.
Only 5 hits, 3 of them in the 1st inning.
And he did not walk a batter, which is a good sign as well.
That's looped down the right field line. It's going to fall for a base hit. Cantu turns. Worth has a terrific arm. And a soft single placed perfectly inside the foul line in shallow right field. Tying run is on, and Todd Coffey starts to throw in the bullpen for Washington.
A bloop and a blast. A wimp and a blimp. And maybe that's what the Padres need right here. And with all those balls being hit hard this afternoon right at somebody, that's how the game evens out. Cantu wrists one that gets jammed down that right field line.
And that base hit will be the last pitch thrown by John Lennon as Jim Riggleman heads to the mound. Gives indication he's going to make a pitching change, takes the ball, and Lannon completes another terrific outing against the Padres. And our pitching change, Todd Coffey, brought to you by the Law Tigers, San Diego's motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. Block and Brick. Build an outdoor fire pit to enjoy with your friends and family for the summer. Call RCP today. Big man Todd Coffey, 188 batting average, 188 against his offerings this year, 2.28 ERA, so he's one of their best. 30-year-old veteran, 6'4", 240.
Hard sinking fastball, mid-90s.
DeNorfia takes ball one.
He also throws a slider and a changeup. He's a big boy.
Fills out that uniform, doesn't he?
Man.
240.
Oh. Look at his britches. His britches aren't even, they're kind of like capri pants.
Ball two.
They're too short to really hike up and stay up above the calf, and then not long enough to really cover down to the shoe.
He was a long shot pick way back in '98 by Cincinnati. They didn't take him till the 41st round. So as you think about the draft that was just concluded, some of those kids picked way down the line make it. That's a strike. 92 on the fastball. North Carolinian from Chase, North Carolina. He's that Star Wars and Star Trek buff. Likes the outer space.
He would love Comic-Con here in San Diego.
2-1. Nub foul, a slider. Jason Bartlett on deck. Padres have lost 2-1 last night and had their chances. Down 2-1 again. Had the bases loaded in the last inning, but couldn't bring someone home. One out single by Cantu here in the last of the 7th inning. As the 2 runs early for Washington held up last night, and so far they've held up the 2 first inning runs today. 3-2.
Tough pitch layoff. That is a pitcher's pitch. Little two-seamer. Let's check out Carl's Jr. pitch tracks on the corner. Oh, just a little bit off.
Just did miss. Cantu not a threat to run there at first base. And he sweeps that one foul, a slider. Going to be an interesting road trip after we conclude this homestand tomorrow. 3 in Colorado, 3 then in Minnesota over the weekend, and then 3 at Fenway. I'm jealous.
I'll take pictures.
Please.
I'll get you a souvenir.
Chopped up the middle, charged by the shortstop Desmond. 2 away as Cantu moves into scoring position. And the Padres with 2 outs, a chance to tie it. Bat of Jason Bartlett.
Dick, would you like maybe a foam finger from Fenway, or like maybe a bottle opener or a keychain, or
maybe, let's see, let me think about that. I have a Red Sox ball cap.
I'll surprise you.
There's some little, nice little memorabilia, some little, you know how I admired Ted Williams. He was my favorite ball player growing up. Maybe there's something that reminds me of Ted. Something has a number 9 on it.
All right.
Bartlett up. 2-1 here in the 7th. Tying run. Cantu at second. Ball 1. There's 2 outs, and that's an advantage because Cantu is not a fast runner. So he can take off on anything that's hit. Get an early jump. Pulled foul. So just as we indicated as we started the game tonight, this Washington pitching staff is doing a terrific job. The last 11 games, a 2.56 ERA for Riggleman, and only 1 run today, the Rizzo home run. Chase Headley on deck. 1-1 to Bartlett. Way outside with the slider.
Jason knows that Coffey throws the hard fastball, so if he gets a fastball, he knows that he's going to try to punch it to right center field. Jason Worth is playing kind of the shallow side in right field. He splits that gap.
Watch out.
See him trying to go that way.
Man, that one got into the seats back of the dugout of the Padres, and boy, an usher rushes down to make sure no one was seriously struck by it. Let's hope that, yeah, she seems to be okay. Her son, the young man next to her, looks very concerned.
She's okay.
Fine. All right. Give her a baseball. 2-2 to Bartlett. Tying run at second base. 2 out here in the 7th. Right back to the mound. Coffey with an easy play. And another inning in which runner in scoring position, but no delivery by the Padres. So 7 in the books. 2-1 Washington.
First pitch is at 105. Kids can enjoy a free batting clinic on the field after the game. Plus, the first 8,000 kids 14 and younger will take home Padres batting gloves presented by Cox Channel 4. Get your tickets today at Padres.com. Dick?
All right, the Padres continue to struggle with men in scoring position. They were 1 for 8 last night, 0 for 3 today, so 1 for 11 in the 2 games. As Chad Qualls comes in, Qualls has become a solid addition to that terrific Padre bullpen. And the first man he'll face is former Padre Matt Stairs. And Matt was blistering balls in the batting practice session, hitting just 1 home run after another. He can put on a terrific show. He struggled a bit as the prime pinch hitter for these Nationals. He leads off the 8th inning against Qualls.
I think this is the uniform Matt Stairs wore in his first year of professional baseball.
He's 3 for 27 as a pinch hitter this season. Lines that one to center. DeNorfia coming in and makes the catch. Boy, the Senators. There we go. They are the Senators, these 36 uniforms. Have hit the ball hard all day. I mean, you talk about a team that has struck the ball on the sweet spot time and time again. And fortunately, the atom ball right at Padre infielders and outfielders. So Brian Bixler, he's the hitting star, down in the 9th spot of the batting order. Pitcher hitting 8th today. He's 2 for 2. Both hits to center field, a ground ball and a line drive. Dodgers have blown that game open in Colorado, 7-1 LA in the 7th. And Arizona has defeated Florida 9-5. So the D-backs, with San Francisco losing, are just 1 game out of first place. Goes after the slider. Padres, if they can pick up a win today, will climb within 6.5 of the lead in the National League West. They started tonight tied with the Dodgers in the bottom spot at 29 and 36. Colorado, good little winning streak going, have moved within 1 game of 500 at the start, 31 and 32 for the Rockies. 2-2. Jason Worth on deck, top of the 8th. You're just joining us. The Nationals got both runs in the first inning. 3 of their 5 hits in the first inning. The other 2 by this man, singles in the 2nd and the 5th inning. No full count. Bixler had only 3 hits and 25 at bats. He's got 2 hits and 2 at bats today. And he earns a walk. No 1 out walk, and that brings up Jason Worth, and that was in the plans of Riggleman by putting a regular player in the 9th spot in the batting order, hoping that as the lineup rolled over, that Jason Worth, inserted for the first time this year as a leadoff man, would be up there with the man on base, and that's been the case all 3 times thanks to Bixler. Worth robbed of a hit by Headley, backhand stab, grounded out, and grounded into a double play last time.
So that double play that he grounded into last time makes 5 on the season for Jason Worth.
65th of the year turned by the Padre infield. That's number 1 in the National League. Starts him with a slider.
And to put that number in perspective, Wilson Ramos, he leads the club in grounding into double plays with 6.
Runner goes. Throw by Hundley won't be in time. And in the tag, Bartlett may have slapped Bixler in the face the way he reacted. So Bixler has his first steal. So he has contributed 2 singles, a walk, and a stolen base.
Bixler doesn't have the greatest jump, the flash look, and then the slap tag. Yeah, gets the hand in there. On the back left calf, it looked like. I don't know whether Bixler was grimacing after hitting the ground, or maybe that bag sliding up on him.
So a walk and a steal as good as a double with 1 out, and now Worth a chance to add to the lead, and hits that one left center and shallow. Denorfia racing, and he got it! Oh my, the throw back to second, not in time. Terrific catch by Denorfia. That was tough to read off the bat. It looked as if Worth had hit it for more distance. Denorfia, now he has to turn it on and makes the backhanded catch and kind of pins his wrist underneath his body. Watch here. Let's hope he's okay. So 2 outs as Worth has had 2 hits taken away by the Padre defense today. Here's Desmond. He has a single and scored back in the first inning. Is grounded out line to center. Qualls trying to get out of the inning and keep the score 2-1. There's a soft liner to left. Ludwig's a late start, and he catches it. I mean, the Washington Nationals have hit so many balls right at fielders, and some outstanding defense denying the Nats again. Before the game, you fans can snap a photo with your favorite player at Padres Photo Day, presented by Verizon. And the first 8,000 kids 14 and younger will take home a free Padres sweatbands, presented by Northgate Gonzalez Market. Get your tickets tonight at Padres.com. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow here at the ballpark. Stauffer 2-4 against Zimmerman 4-6. Tyler Clippard, he pitched 2 innings of shutout hitless ball last night in relief to help preserve the 2-1 Washington win. Good numbers. Headley, Ludwig, and Rizzo to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch strike on the outside corner. Headley has grounded out 3 straight times. Twice to short, once to second. Padres have out-hit Washington 6-5. Their only run on Rizzo's first major league home run.
Once again, that one big hit, right?
They've had their chances. That runners in scoring position that haunted them all through April, where they just hit here at home. 155 going into this game. 155 for the home season with runners in scoring position.
It's just uncanny when you go back at games in April and May, and even here in June. The low scoring 1-run games, that one hit, whether it's a duck snort or whether it's a gapper, that could be the difference in a lot of games.
In the dirt, 3-1. Headley working the count to his favor. He's walked more than any Padres, 33 times. He takes a strike. Changeup.
Remember, that's that changeup we talked about last night. That's his secondary pitch. Clippard can get it up there in mid-90s, and according to tracks, yep.
Just did pinpointed on the top edge of the strike zone on the corner. So full count. And he walks. Leadoff walk. Often spells success for the offense. Let's see how it works out tonight. Headley for the 34th time accepting a free ticket. And here's Ludwig. Line drive single last time up. He's 1 for 3 and just missed a home run in the 4th inning. And when I say just, if you're just joining us, just missed by inches into the Western Metal Supply Company right at the foul pole. Popped him up. High on the infield. All of the Nationals converge, but it's first baseman Morse who makes the play. Here's the Ludwig blast in the 4th inning that was called a home run at the time, right down the line at the foul pole, then off the wall in the corner. Riggleman immediately went out to argue. The umpires reviewed, and you can see how close it was, just inches from the yellow foul pole attached to the corner of the Western Metal Supply Company building. And then Ludwig eventually struck out. Rizzo has a double and a home run. And takes a fastball up high. Rizzo did not face Clippard last night. Tying run at first. One out here in the 8th. Two and 0. They certainly, the reputation of Rizzo did not go unnoticed by the Washington Nationals. They've been scouting him, and they knew that he was a top-notch power hitter, and they worked him very delicately. Think about it. It's his 3rd game. He's already got 4 walks and a hit batsman, plus 3 hits. He's been on base 8 times in 3 games. Change up in there.
Pitcher's way of thinking, right? Big boy like Rizzo, he's got some pop. He loves the fastball, so what do? You soften it up a little bit. And even though he misses with location, Ramos was set up away. It still fools Anthony Rizzo.
Oh.
Love that follow through.
That is a swing. The count is 2-2.
Don't get cheated. I love that. Grip it and rip it.
Two and 2 the count. Struck him out. And Clippard in the 2 innings he worked last night struck out 3. He is a big strikeout pitcher. There's 2 gone. Nick Hundley.
Fastball right on the inside corner. Challenging him. And Clippard wins that war. He'll stick that pitch in his memory bank as he goes back to the dugout for next time.
Hundley looking for his first hit today and the first hit in the series. And he goes around, strike 1. 92 on the fastball. So that good arm action of Clippard, he's got enough life on that fastball that when he throws that 80-mile-an-hour changeup, and he's got such good delivery on the changeup, it's so hard to read.
Also that front side, he gives you that high front side as well. That high elbow.
Foul ball, watch out.
That guy made
with
a
glove, yes.
Yes, sir.
That's why you bring your glove, young and old. And he took that one right off that young boy who was behind him. That was a a saving catch in more ways than one.
By that man, a brewski.
Two strikes on Hundley, with Headley at first. Struck him out. So the leadoff walk by Clippard, and nothing less than 3 quick outs after. Ludwig will pop up, and strikeouts of Rizzo and Hundley, and we go to the 9th inning, still 2-1. '24th, a big night here at Petco. Atlanta Braves, a 7:05 game. College night presented by Chegg.com. College students get tickets for only $8. So see, bring all that enthusiasm, that collegiate rah-rah out to Petco. And the action keeps going after the game. A spectacular fireworks show presented by Northgate Gonzalez Market. Get your tickets tonight at Padres.com. Mike Adams to work the 9th inning. Well, he's got the pad legs right up under the knees. Adams and Heath Bell have been sitting out in the bullpen looking for work. With the Padres behind 2-1 last night and a 7-3 win opening game on Thursday, their services not needed. The Wednesday finale with the Rockies both pitched in the 5-3 Colorado win. Danny Espinosa takes a strike. Espinosa batting right-handed, double to left. That was the play. Ludwig nearly caught, went off the heel of his glove all the way to the wall in left field, and Desmond, who was on first base, came around to score, and then Espinosa scored on a 2-out single by Ramos. That has been the attack for the Nationals tonight, and enough to lead here in the 9th, 2-1. Espinosa also has lined to center and grounded to short. Much better hitter right-handed, hitting over 300, counting his 1 for 3 today, but left-handed only 182. But he's hit a couple of home runs. How many? Let's check that. Only 18 hits left-handed, but 4 of them home runs. So the average isn't good, but when he gets one he likes, he can drive it. When you think about it, he has been the nemesis of Clayton Richard in the game at Washington. Clayton gave up only 1 run, Espinosa's home run, and then today Espinosa's double knocked in 1, then he scored the other run. So he's accounted for all 3 runs in games started by Richard.
2-2 now as Adams working on Espinoza.
Well, the numbers for Mike Adams, we saw him when he came into the ball game, but what righties and lefties are hitting off the big right-hander, they're just sick numbers. Righties hitting only 135, and he's just getting lit up. He's getting rocked by the lefties. They're hitting 159 off of him.
No, he's had a terrific season.
Yes, he has.
Trying to check the Nationals here in the ninth and hope the Padres can in the home half of the ninth inning. Fly ball, routine. Right fielder Hop. One away.
That slider of Mike Adams, just a power slider. He pounds the zone with it. He can locate it. Backdoor to lefties, down and into lefties.
Looking ahead to the home half of the ninth inning, it'll be Brad Hop, Forsythe, and the pitcher's spot scheduled. Michael Morris, first ball swinging and directs one out to Denorfia. Couple of fly ball outs. Looking to the Padres bench, since a pinch hitter would be third up in Adams' spot. They have Kyle Phillips, Will Venable from the left side, Gonzalez and Rob Johnson from the right side.
And whoever that is going to be, I guarantee you they're down underneath in the cage taking some hacks, getting that blood flowing, working up a little sweat.
It'll be Drew Storen, who is warming up in the bullpen, who saved the game last night. Ball one. Storen getting loose. Picked up his 14th save of the season in the 2-1 Washington win last night. Ramos, RBI single, robbed of a hit by Rizzo and grounded to the third baseman Headley. Slider that didn't quite hit the strike zone, according to Laz Diaz. 2-0. Kyle Phillips. You saw Will Venable earlier. Back on the bench. Phillips with a pinch hit single in the ninth inning last night. But it came, unfortunately, after Cantu had grounded into a double play. Rizzo had walked to start the ninth. Cantu hit into the double play, and then the single by Phillips. Too little, too late. Line foul.
Oh, look out. Oh, that girl's got to go home with a baseball. Come on. Give it to the girl.
Yeah, she's got her popcorn, though. It's not all bad. Everyone having a good time on this Saturday night. 2-1. Fly ball hit deep to right. Hop going back. And enough room to make the play. So 3 fly ball outs off Mike Adams as he works a perfect 1-2-3 inning. Last call for the Padres. Hop, Forsythe, pinch hitter coming up. of the game brought to you by El Cajon Ford, worth the short drive from anywhere in the county, as Ramos a single up the middle, and that brought home Danny Espinoza with a second run of that first inning against Clayton Richard, and that's how it stands, 2-1. El Cajon Ford were the short drive from anywhere in the county is mighty worth it, or shop online at elcajonford.com. So the fourth pitcher used by Jim Riggleman as Coffey and Clippard do their job. Clippard in 3 innings, no hits, striking out 5 in the last 2 games. Now it's up to this young man from Indiana. Brad Hopp starts it in the 9th. Fastball misses. Brownsburg, Indiana. This Hoosier on the mound. Collects hats and bobbleheads. Enjoys a little artwork. Likes to draw. And drawing a line to home plate here, and he's offline, 2-0.
Now 13 for 14 in save opportunities. Drew Storen. And if you need a refresher course, fastball, slider, basic 2-pitch pitcher, but he'll also throw a curve and a change every once in a while.
Another big reliever, 6'4" and 220. First round pick. And that one misses. Good heat on it, 95, but just a little high, says Laz Diaz. And gets the crowd heated up. Diaz is delayed on his call, so you don't hear anything as a batter, so
right.
You're thinking it might be a ball, so you head toward first, and the ball is clearly outside. Boy, this crew has really puzzled me the whole series. Their strike zone doesn't agree at all with our pitch track. So 3-1. Now 3-2. So instead of being on first base with a leadoff walk, now Storen has the count at 3-2. Foul tip. He just got enough of it to spin it out of the glove of Ramos and stay alive.
Those are tough to hang on to for a catcher, and that's something you really can't practice. That ball rattling around in Ramos's glove and gives Brad Hopp another chance at it. Kind of rattled his hand, too. He's kind of squeezing that left hand of his as he gets ready to put down another sign.
So 3-0. Storen starts Hopp. Now he's thrown 3 strikes.
Slider, fastball in, fastball in.
Payoff pitch. Struck him out. So a near walk becomes a first out strikeout. A reminder to stay tuned for the Sequan Casino post-game show from our Channel 4 studios. Jenny Kavnar and Bob Scanlon standing by. Sequan Casino, get away for the day at Sequan Casino. Will Venable will bat for Forsythe. And then we're assuming it'll be Kyle Phillips for the pitcher Adams.
Padres need that bloop and a blast.
Venable, since being recalled, he was used as a pinch hitter last night and popped the first and struck out 2 nights ago, 0 for 2, and he pops this one up. Easy chance in left field for Bixler, and the Padres are down to their final out. Boy, this is almost a carbon copy of what we saw last night.
Exactly.
Not only in the score, but the fact that Washington got their 2 runs early, the 2-run home run by Morse in the second inning last night. They get the 2 runs in the first inning tonight. Padres have their chances.
Not as many tonight as last night, but no one stepping up and getting that one big hit when it counts in the late innings. Maybe it's Phillips. He did single as a pinch hitter last night.
And remember the pinch hit home run in Atlanta.
And his single was off Storen last night. Starts him with a slider, and it's called a strike by Diaz. One ball and one strike. Outfield deep in all positions. Protect against a two-base hit. Morse guarding the line at first. 2-1. Three and one. Well, Phillips has the power. Sit on a pitch he likes. Maybe he'll get it. Ball. No. Again. Diaz. Why doesn't he just call it? And this whole dramatic thing, some of the umpires, look how long it takes before he whoop that and a strike. Okay.
Looked like it was up and out of the zone as well.
Yeah. Man. So he did the same thing to Hoppa and even a pitch farther out of the strike zone. So full count now. And ball four. So a glimmer of hope as Phillips, the tying run, jogs to first. And we go to the top of the order in Chris Denorfia. Alberto Gonzalez running for Phillips. Denorfia wearing the collar tonight. 2 ground outs to second, 1 to short, and a foul to the first baseman. So he's been unable to get the ball out of the infield. This would be a good time. Again, the outfield all deep at each position. Bixler and Keel and Worth way back, protecting against the double. Pop back out of play. Denorfia flashes occasional power. He's got 4 home runs.
Pretty straight fastball also from Drew Storen. So seems like it could be a good matchup. And remember, Denorfia loves that fastball in the inner third of the plate. A hanging slider would be nice.
Strike 2. 96. He pumped that fastball on the outside corner. Down to the final strike. Strike 3 called. And the ball game is over, just as it ended last night with Nick Hundley at the plate. Strike 3 called, end the game. Storen strikes out the final batter tonight. And the Washington Nationals, they continue to struggle with the hitting, but their pitching has been outstanding as they back up the 2-1 win of last night with another 2-1 victory tonight as the Padres leave 9 men on base. That's the story. Washington 2, San Diego 1. We'll check the totals for you right after these words.